Okay. So, one. I know this is just a quick little video, and it's just me talking a little bit about the absolute love of my life. Yeah. So, without going into so much detail or whatever, 3 years ago, I'm sorry, I decided to move to a different city to get a new start. And you know, the city that I moved from, I was born and raised in, and born. Hopefully, you can't tell where I'm from by the way that I talk. But anyway, born and raised there, and it's been through a lot of difficulties. And I decided, hey, you know, I need to change my environment. I need to find out who Sweet Honeybee is. I need to grow a little bit. I need to spread my wings. So that's basically what I decided to do. I had shoot, I'm sorry, I'm fixing my hair in this video. That's the hair fix. But anyway, so yeah, I had some cousins down in the southern state or whatnot, and I decided to move there. So I got there in the beginning of May. It's like the first week of May, actually. And I had been there for a few weeks, and we decided to kind of go out and just have a little fun, just hang out, you know. So we went to a well-known nightclub there in the city, and we had a great time. You know, we danced, had a few drinks, and so towards the end of the night, you know, the dance floor normally gets a little empty and everything, and so I was still on the dance floor because I was just having a great time, and it had been weeks since I had really been out because, you know, being in a new city, you're trying to learn, you know, where things are, you're trying to get established, to get a job. So it was just like that for me. It was like, you know, boom, boom, boom. And so I needed a resting period, or not really resting, but a party period, just a fun period of time, and so that's what that was. So we, you know, went out. So I'm the last one on the dance floor. Sorry, speed up, rewind, whatever. Go back. And out of nowhere, this like tall, dark, handsome man in this like blue button down approaches me and asked me to dance, and I said okay, and we danced, and we talked, we introduced ourselves while we were kind of slow dancing, and we decided to just, you know, take the conversation further than just, you know, the typical, oh, what's your phone number, you know, who are you, all that, you know. We, they had like a little room that was like kind of right off the dance floor, I'm sorry. And it had like couches or whatever, just a little intimate convo room. And so we went in there, and we talked for a little bit, and in there it's where we exchanged numbers. And so after that, you know, he got in contact with me, and we would talk over the phone. He would want to see me, and you know, I was going through so much because I had just gotten out of a really just downtrodden type of relationship, and I wanted to spread my wings, and I wanted to grow as a person, and he was actually, in the military at the time, and I knew that I didn't necessarily want to be with a military man, and that's something I told him. I was like, I could very easily, early on I knew this, and I told him this, and it was like, but I was like, I could easily fall in love with you, and I don't want to do that because I don't want to be a military wife. I know what they go through, and I don't want to go through that. So, it took me 2 months to actually get back with him because I was in limbo. I wasn't sure if I wanted to stay in the city because the city wasn't fast-paced enough for me. So I thought, and, I just wasn't really necessarily satisfied. So I was going through a lot of issues, And so when I finally did decide, the day or the day after that I decided that I was going to stay in that city, I contacted him, and at that point he was out of state on military business, and so he said, I'll be back this weekend or whatever. It was like a week away, or I don't know. So we got back and we went on our first date, and it was lovely. It was just simple, and it just gave us time to evaluate each other and to really see if that chemistry was there. It was. So on our second day, I'll never forget this. We went to another well-known bar club in the city, and we had a good time. It was him and his cousin and me. We all had a good time. And afterwards, we were out in the parking lot just talking, and this was our first kiss. Listen to me when I tell you, it was amazing. It was amazing. It felt like I was floating on a cloud. I don't know, and his lips just enveloped me, and it wasn't forced, it was slow, it was sensual, it was just, we just kind of closed in on it. It was so movie, I am not kidding you, and it wasn't even planned. And there were some, some things that he said in my ear, very sensual, and when we finally did, it was kind of like a taunting at first, and then our lips finally met. It was great. So we were going to go to an after hours, and drove to after hours and everything. Got there, and he said to me, we don't have to go in there. And I said, okay, let's not go in there. So we didn't, and we went somewhere else, and I honestly believe that it was at that point, that first kiss did it for me. It just did it. I knew early on, before we even had a first date or met up after our initial, meeting each other, just something about him. I just knew. He's the one. I don't know. Maybe I'm just over romantic, or I just love so much. But either way, he's a great man, and I know, for one, he's my better half, and we haven't even gotten married yet. But he was made for me. you know, sometimes you just know that, you know, something is for you from God, like, you know, and I just know I get him for the most part. You know, I'm still learning. He's still learning me. I think we're learning ourselves in order to be okay with the other, if that makes any sense. Like you have to compromise within yourself and say, okay, how am I gonna deal with this person? Because, you know, if they're not gonna change, and they'll change on their own, but you don't worry about them changing. What you worry about is how you are gonna come at this person as how they are right here and right now. And it's a learning experience for the both of us. And I mean, I've learned so much just by being associated with him, like, about myself. And it's crazy, you know, we're similar but we're different. And he's like, as far as like opening up and, you know, being positive or okay with certain things, or not really emotional, but just like living freely, that's the side of me that, you know, benefits him. And then he's very analytical, he's very cautious, he's very logical, like the way that he thinks. And so, you know, he takes his time, he's very patient, and those things, those attributes from him benefit me. So it's like I show him how to, you know, relax a little bit, and he shows me how to, you know, be a little bit more disciplined and patient, and not, you know, just go for, you know, oh, I want to do this and go over here, you know. And so I mean, I have some of those, you know, like I like to plan things out. And it's not that he, you know, he likes to do is just analyze. Just analyze with everything. Okay, he planned this out, but let's analyze your plan. I'm like, well, come on now, you know, we gotta make moves. So he's very he takes his time. And, you know, sometimes there's nothing wrong with that, because, you know, sometimes I'm just like, okay, this is what I want to do, and I go do it, and I'm like, oh man, why did I do it that way? You know, if I would have waited just a little bit longer, done a little bit more research, you know, things would have turned out a little differently, or better. So that's why he's not that I have. But yeah, I just love him. So you'll hear more about him, I'm sure. Alright, sweet honeybee. See ya.